Right, 30 October 2025, and today I've got a midday update. I apologize that I've been traveling, so I was unable to complete what I wanted to complete, which is showing you the accusation being made against Miniyothabo Chiwenga. So I've been joking here for a number of weeks that the things that Mnangagwa is about to do to Minnie, you have never seen. It's going to be so bad. What is going to happen to Minnie Chiwenga? Something is about to happen to her, and you must pray for her. According to Denda's words, whoever is responsible for switching off power at Parliament, they will rule the day when they were born. So now they have identified Miniyothabo Minnie Chiwenga, and they say she's the one who switched off the power at Parliament. This is strange, but Mliswa has just done a video saying Miniyothabo Chiwenga is the one who caused the switching off of power at Parliament using parallel intelligence structures. So I'm going to analyze it, but let me show you the video first so that you don't get surprised. Because as I said, I was on the flight and I just arrived and I needed to see this accusation. Something's about to happen to Minnie and it's very bad. So let's go to Mliswa, and then after that, I'll give you my analysis of what I think is happening and what is going to happen to Minnie, and then who really switched off the power.
Dicho, thank you very much. First of all, I'm here in Maseru attending the SADCOPAC conference, and I must say thank you. The suit has been great, but again, it's disturbing to hear what happened in Parliament when the President was delivering the State of the Nation address, which is well known. The truth of the matter is this. This is not the first time it has happened, the last time it happened. And my question is that we don't want scapegoats. The managing director of ZESA, who has been fired or suspended, is not at fault. It's an entire system. I always talk about the holistic approach. The last time it happened, what measures were taken and what lessons were learned from the last time, which were supposed to have assisted in this second time it has happened? One, it involves the Minister himself of Energy, the Permanent Secretary. It involves the security of the country, from the President's office to the police to the army. And when I talk about this, they are the people who are there to give President the right reports. First of all, there's an advanced team. A State of Nation address in Parliament cannot be ignored by the security sector, cannot be ignored by the Minister of Energy. So to me, it is critical that they respond to what measures they took to make sure it does not happen. The President within his security has got an advanced team that goes to go and check on all these issues. If there's anything which is proper, they correct it. And why did they not send an advanced team to double check on everything that had been done so that the state of preparedness was in line with what was expected of the nation? When I say that the President delivering the State of the Nation address, normally Parliament sittings, there is no power shortage. There is no at all any intervention at all. But twice on the State of the Nation address, the MID is the chief director, if I'm not mistaken, the commander of it, I will say, is Major General Thomas Moyo, who is a seasoned soldier, who is very much respectful and who is loyal to his job and to the President. The problem that we have, which I must say to the nation, is that we also have the wife of the Vice President, who is part of the intelligence of the army, which is MID, who is part of the intelligence of the army, which is MID. That being the case, she certainly has interests of her husband. We know the interests, we know how eager he is to be the president of the country. In so doing, he will serve the interest of his husband and not of the country. She is running a parallel structure, and it is important that the president, my expose of my passport and boarding card which was done on social media by Ali Naka, came through her. She has been doing that. But what is also important is that the commander of MID certainly does not tolerate her. In not tolerating her, she's able to run a parallel structure. You cannot have a parallel structure from a security perspective. I had already suggested and proposed that she cannot be in office being the wife of the vice president, because already there's compromise. When people see her, they see the vice president. How do you expect them not to take instructions from her? Because if you don't take instructions from her, you are fired. Why is it taking long to retire and to carry on with charity work? This is very important, and for as long as this is not attended to, these issues will continue. There is a parallel structure which is being run from a security perspective. The commander, Major General Thomas Moyo, is not part of that parallel structure. But what can he do when there's a parallel structure? What can CIO do when there's a parallel structure? What can the police do when there's a parallel structure? It is important that at national security level, the president is briefed about this and measures are taken. This was a sabotage. Parliament has nothing to do with it. The speaker has got nothing to do with it. And we need to see the heads rolling. This managing director, Gurapira, who has been suspended, is a scapegoat. The Minister of Energy must also answer, what briefing did you get from your subordinates? The president going to Parliament, it becomes priority to the security sector, priority to the Minister of Energy in terms of state of preparedness. So I am challenging, and I'm saying he's a scapegoat. He cannot go along. He has a CEO, he is a chairman of the board, there's a permanent secretary, there's a deputy minister, there's a minister. What measures had they taken to ensure that it does not happen again? This is sheer sabotage. What I want to commend is that we have a president who is a guru in security, one that was meant to make everybody panic because the place became dark. Okay, but he continued with his speech for the last 10 minutes. What a warrior we have in the president. These positions are spiritual too, from a religious point of view and central. Vakazodwa president, and he will never panic, but it exposes quite a lot, and action needs to be taken. The president is a kind man. For the first time, I'm saying to him, you cannot be kind to people who are pushing for your downfall. It's about time we expose. There are too many people before the ZANU-PF conference who were sitting on the fence, who were eager to get him out. But he prevailed over everything because he remains calm and so forth. But atingarere nyoka mumba president. Atingarere nyoka mumba nekuti vana venyu vachatanga kurumwa vorumwa imimi mozopetsa makurumwa nenyoka idzodzi. We know who the snakes are, and some of us have stood for the right things. When we defend the president, I don't have to know him. He is the head of state. He won the elections democratically, and it's a democratic process.
Okay, I played you the whole thing. There is nothing else besides what I've played. So what is being said here is that the reason why power went off at Parliament was because of sabotage, and that sabotage is a continuation from Mutare. So there was also a power outage at Mutare, and there was also a power outage at Parliament, and he is directly pointing at the wife of the Vice President, Miniyothabo Chiwenga, who is, according to him, we didn't know this, it's been revealed for the first time, that she's part of MID, so she is military intelligence, and therefore she's got a parallel unit that she's running in military intelligence, which is doing all these black ops, like switching off the power when Mnangagwa is speaking. So he is saying she also leaked his passport copies. So when he traveled out of the country, his passport was leaked. The picture, the fact that is from Zambia and not from Zimbabwe, it was leaked. And he's saying that it is her who is responsible. And he's calling for a dismissal, not only of her, but also the dismissal of the Minister of Energy and also the General Group Executive Director of ZESA or ZEDTC, which is the company that provides electricity in Zimbabwe. However, the point that he's making is that she's got these power structures and she is a snake. So he says, "Tirikurera nyoka," meaning that she's a snake and she'll eventually bite Mnangagwa. He has also previously said she must move to China together with Chiwenga. They must be moved out of Zimbabwe. And I want to make it clear that in military terms, when such an accusation is made, it's taken very seriously. And Themba Mliswa is just communicating what has already been said somewhere else. They've concluded the investigation, but for some reason they can't move. So Mnangagwa cannot move for some reason. He's just talking about it, but he's failing to make the final move, which is to move Chiwenga, which is to move Minnie. I believe that he's not sure of the consequences of making that move. That is what I believe. I believe that Mnangagwa is not just being careful. He knows something that we don't know. And I don't believe that it's just being brave or sitting there and reading a speech in the dark. I don't think that was brave. That was very dangerous because anything could have happened in the dark. For a president to sit in the dark, I don't think that is a good disaster recovery. You need to move out. It doesn't matter. If your president's power goes off, you don't assume that it's because someone is sabotaging. Then I will show them I'm brave. I think they made a very, very big mistake. They should have moved him out. And next time they'll probably do it. There is no one who is brave, who sits in the dark as a president. But this accusation is only, this is the current stuff. This is what is happening now. Themba Mliswa has got 2 episodes that is keeping, that he wants to produce, and he's marinating these guys. Remember what I said last week? They are softening Chiwenga. They want to split the two, Chiwenga and Minnie. They are going to produce something that will do that. That is what I think they're going to do. There is more. So they will start with Minnie, then they'll go to Chiwenga, then they'll go to Minnie, then they'll go to Chiwenga. And eventually they'll produce a bomb in between. They are going to see episode 2 and episode 3. The reason why it's taking so long, they are keeping it for the day when something, when they need to do a bomb, when they need to go do something very, very big. So the relationship between Mnangagwa and Chiwenga cannot be solved. It's over. And Mnangagwa is certainly using Themba Mliswa to speak. And every time that he speaks, his attacks get stronger and stronger. This attack to say Minnie is running a parallel structure in intelligence, that is an operational issue. That is a military state security issue. I don't think you can just make that and then the army commanders keep quiet. They are going to be forced to make a move. If they don't make a move on their side as army commanders, then Mnangagwa will be like, so you guys are part of it. We're also going to move you. So they are doing a lot here just by making such a video. They're doing a lot on Chiwenga himself. They're destabilizing him, and they're also destabilizing Minnie. They're destabilizing the generals. Chiwenga's position is very shaky at the moment. Someone has to move. One side has to move. Let's look quickly at the comment. There's Akazhunyararira exposing. Yes, Ndini, Vano, Vaikuvadzisa vamwe. Yes, Themba Mliswa, not me. Is it true, Peter, what you're saying? What you're commenting? So let's see what he's saying here. What's he saying? He is a fool of lies. Don't attend this fool Gambakwe. It's better if you talk about them that one. Guys, imagine if I keep quiet about such an important issue. What kind of a media house will I be running? If I keep quiet when such a thing has been said. Imagine if this happened in any country where the vice president's wife is accused of switching off the power for the president when he's talking. Every newspaper will have it. So please forgive me, guys. I like Minnie as much as you do, but there's nothing I can do. It's been said. Themba Kambga Mupengo Kano Chengeteswa Vana Nekuzungaira. I don't think so. Guys, you know what I think? Within the next 2 months, Mnangagwa is going to go for 2030. And it's going to be bad. It's going to be very, very bad. Minnie, when she met the Pope, Mnangagwa was very angry. Very, very angry. Was not happy at all. This picture has never been published in any state newspaper, in any state press in Zimbabwe. It has never been published. This is the picture that angered Mnangagwa like never before. And this is the day when they said she's going to have to be taken out because she's very influential. She's able to make connections. People love it. And that is the reason why they are making so many accusations against it. I don't believe that's the issue of the power myself. But that is what Mliswa has said, that she's responsible for switching off the power at the Zimbabwe parliament. One of the most beautiful parliaments in the world. This is amazing. And Mnangagwa, as he was reading his speech, power went off and things have never been the same thereafter. All right. I wanted to show you that the second man to go is that man, Sanyatwe, who was not singing. 2013 there, Emerson is next to go. So Minnie, Sanyatwe, and also Chiwenga. These guys are on the line. Let's see what they do next. It's going to be very interesting. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I'll see you again later if anything happens. And a good day to you all.